I speak unto thee this day, and I say it has been my desire that my own people would keep their vision single unto me. That is, that they could truly be in the unity of the Spirit, because it is me they desire to please. But I say, because the ones who are claiming to be my people have yielded themselves to the wandering eye, what have they done? I say they've taken themselves away from me and into the calamities, the problems, the sorrows of their own making. Now I say, when any people will keep their vision single unto me, it is me, the living God, who will lead and guide them forth. And it is me, the living God, who will give to them the truth and the light upon the path, that they can be kept always in me. But I say, when the ones who are claiming that they are my people do not remain true unto me, what do? I say, they take themselves in a way that is a sorrow, a shame unto me. Now I say that I, the living God, never called thee to live in a place of sorrow and shame, because you have drifted from me. But I say that I call thee to keep me as thy focus, the one you are meant to please always. I say that I call thee to ever be looking unto me, partaking of me, and being directed and guided in my way. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the one you are meant to keep focused upon. Now I say that I, the living God, intended that my own people would be serving me with all of their hearts, with all of their love, with all of their might. And I say, as they did so render such service unto me, I say there would be the unity of spirit. But I say, because my own people do not keep single in their purpose, their desire, their vision, what do? I say they bring in division, I say they bring in factionalism, and I say they bring in many sorrows. And I say it is because they depart from keeping me as their first estate, the one they are meant to seek, to please, and obey. Now I say you are living in a time when the so-called body of Christ is full of division on every hand. And I say it is because each one is eager for their own gain. That is, you have so many who are promoting falsehood and lies simply to make a gain of the same. And I say they are seeking for the approval of man rather than to be approved of me. And I say that the consequence is confusion on every hand, delusion and much infighting, because my own people do not look to me. Now I say this day, if any man will keep his vision single unto me, he will be led forth in my way. And I say that he will be given the truth and the light always, for it is me, the living God, who is ever present to give him the same. And I say that he will be uplifted and strengthened, directed and guided in that which I offer and provide. For I say it is me, the living God, and me alone of all the gods, who is able. Therefore I say, be believing in me. Now I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the way of righteousness, the way of truth, and the way of mercy intended. And I say, when the ones who are mine will keep single in their vision that is upon me, they are brought forth in my way. And yes, they will be uplifted and strengthened, directed and guided in that which I give them, which is the truth and the light, the mercy, the peace, and the hope day by day. Therefore I say this day, be glad that I, the living God, do offer unto thee the way wherein you can be kept. And I say, be thankful that I give to thee the truth and the light always, for it is me you are meant to please. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be seeking the approval of man, and therefore depart from me. Yet I say, in this wicked generation there are vast multitudes who have done just that. That is, there are men who have set out to follow me, then turned aside to the opinions of men in order to make gain from the same. Or elsewise they have turned aside to gain the approval of man for their own career, their own popularity, their own estate. Now I say, such ones as these are fools before me, because they do not keep me as the one they are meant to please. But I say they cast me off, they prefer instead the arm of flesh, and I say they are likewise cursed in the same. Now I say that I, the living God, never called thee to give yourself to the arm of flesh, but rather to give yourselves unto me. That is, I have called thee to walk in the truth, the light, the strength of who I am, and be ever thankful for my way. For I say you are meant to be looking to please me and not any other, For I say, when you stray from my way, then I say you come under my wrath. I say there are multitudes who are grossly deluded in this wicked generation. And yes, they are loving it so. That is, they are loving the deception that is of their own conception. And I say that their hearts are far from me. And I say, because they have chosen the way of such delusion and confusion, what do? I say they take themselves in a way that is displeasing unto me. Now I say that I, the living God, never called thee to go in the way that is displeasing, but I say that I've called thee to come forth in my light. And I say that I've called thee to be thankful that it is me that you can continue to look unto and believe. I say that I've called thee to be thankful that you can indeed be uplifted, guided, directed, and corrected by me. For I say it is me, the living God, alone of all the gods, who is able. Therefore I say, believe, and you will receive of me. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed omnipresent, to give to thee the truth, the light, and the way wherein you are meant to be guided. And I say that I do not defraud my people, not in any way. But I say it is my people who bring themselves under the wrath into the death that comes from disobedience unto me. And I say, when the ones claiming to be mine will get their eyes full of adultery and seek for the approval of men, I say they are displeasing me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, am showing forth my sore displeasure with the spiritual whoredom of my own people, and yet they are not paying heed to the same. That is, they refuse to receive the warnings that I give, because the false prophets are on every hand crying out that it is not me. But I say that I continue to demonstrate, to ventilate, and to exhibit my wrath revealed. And I say, because they are too stubborn and proud to admit they are wrong, they go on and on, believing lies. And I say that the liars only become richer off of the tragedy, the calamity, the disasters at hand. Now I say that I, the living God, do not give birth to such confusion, but I say it is because men refuse to face their accountability, their responsibility before me. That is, they refuse to face the facts that it is me, the living God, who is in control. And I say, because of their refusal to face up, what do? I say they take themselves in a way of weariness and dreariness, and yes, they are far from me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have intended that you would come forth walking uprightly in the truth, the light, the strength that I provide. And I say that I've intended that you would be ever rejoicing in the fact that I give thee tender mercy. And I say that I desire that you would indeed be thankful that it is me you are privileged to love, to serve, and obey. For I say, if you will indeed come forth walking uprightly in me, you are ever guided by me. And yes, you are given the truth and the light, the mercy, the hope, and the peace always, for it is me, the living God, who gives to thee the same. Now I say this day, in a wayward, corrupted, vile, and wicked generation, consider how much mercy that I provide. That it is me, the living God, who does give to thee the highway of hope, that is the way of my holiness revealed. That you can indeed remain near unto me, not being swayed by the trends of the times. That is, not being taken away from me because of eyes of worldliness that have gotten you far from me. But I say you can remain single in your vision, ever coming forth in the truth, the light that I desire. For I say, if a man will stay in obedience to my commands, then he's kept always by me. But I say, if a man will depart from the way that I offer, the way that I provide, what is it that he does? I say he takes himself into a quagmire of his own making, because he has turned from me. And I say the consequence is much bitterness and sorrow and agony of soul. I say this day that I, the living God, do delight when my own people will purpose themselves to obey me, to walk in the truth of who I am. And I say that I do delight when the ones who are mine will ever be uplifted in me. Therefore I say, be daily rejoicing that it is me you are privileged to look unto and believe. And I say, daily be rejoicing that you can indeed keep your vows, your covenants unto me. For For I say, when any man or woman will choose the way of obedience unto me, they are obviously choosing the way of life. But I say, when any will betray what it is they have vowed unto me and turn to disobedience, they are taking up the way of death. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be covered in death, but I say that I call thee to be covered in life. And I say that I call thee to be uplifted, coming forth, ever made glad in me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, am the one ever present to direct thee, correct thee, and bring thee forth as you will, but seek to be pleasing me. That is, as you will, be thankful that I am the one who does purpose thee. For I say, the more that you aspire to be in obedience unto me, the more you will be blessed by me. And I say that you will be uplifted in that which I give time and again. Now I say this day that I, the living God, will direct thee, correct thee, and bring thee forth, if you will allow yourself to be cleaving unto me. That is, if you will see that it is me, the living God, you are meant to hold steadfastly unto, seeking to obey my commands. For I say, when you keep your vision single unto me, then I say that my mercy rests upon thee. But I say, when you get your eyes full of adultery and seek for the approval of man, I say you come under the covering of death, the covering of lies. I say there are endless multitudes in this generation who have given themselves over to the covering of death, the covering of lies, and there they remain. And I say it is because they have chosen to oppose me in the sense that they want to be approved of men and do not even care what I think. But I say, if you look upon what that is before me, I say it is absurdity and darkness. For I say, if a man professes that he's serving me, then why should he be concerned with the opinions of men? I say instead he should be concerned that it is me that he pleases at all times. I say this day, when you look upon the great disaster that calls itself my church, what do you see? I say you see endless multitudes who have turned aside, who have gone a-whoring, who are seeking to please men. Not only are they seeking to please men, but they are seeking to please themselves, looking merely for the satisfaction, the gratification of the lust of their flesh, the pride of their lives, rather than looking to be pleasing unto me. And I say that the truth of it is they are led by blind guides, and they all will end in a ditch. Now I say this day that I, the living God, am calling for the ones who will seek to be in obedience unto my commands and walk uprightly in me. That is, I'm looking for the ones who will seek to be pleasing me and not their own selves or any other man. I say that I'm looking for the ones who will know that they are meant to walk in the approval of me rather than the approval of man. For I say that I desire and require men and women who will be faithful and true and steadfast in me. I say this day, be glad that I, the living God, do give thee the opportunity to live in me by obedience unto me. And I say, be diligent and steadfast to keep your vows that you've made to me, not deviating or perverting the same. And I say, be aware of the enemies that have sought to devour and destroy thee in the spirit dimension, and do not cave in to the same. But I say, instead, be coming forth steadfastly clinging to me. For I say, it is me you are meant to seek to please, obey, and follow after, because it is me, the living God, who is the one you are meant to please always. Therefore I say, be thankful that I give to thee the truth and the light, the mercy, the hope, and the peace of who I am, that you can indeed be coming forth ever make glad that it is me you are privileged to love, to serve, and obey, that it is me that you can follow after always, for I am the one who bears rule over thee. I say, be thankful that it is me, the living God, you are meant to keep single unto, and you will be kept always.